For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just to keep getting better.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm going to show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B.
We were down 1-0, and if you walked into our locker room at halftime, you thought we were up 3-0.
Nothing external can defeat.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. This is Lance Lisciotti with the Make a Score Tour. I'm here with Alex Bausch, and we are going to be checking out this 8-ball break and run experiment. We got Alex in the booth with me right now. How are we doing tonight, Alex?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So it's going to be interesting tonight. You're going to break 10 racks of 8-ball with the head ball on the spot, and then you're going to break 10 racks of 8-ball the ultimate pool style with the 8-ball on the spot, and we're going to see which format you break and run more racks in. What do you have a prediction personally?
Yeah, I mean, I think the overarching opinion, of the masses, and I feel like for me in my experience, I think the ultimate pool style, and especially the breaking rules, is probably more conducive to breaking runs. I don't know if it's just because the balls are higher and you can hit them more accurately, or if it's something with the geometry of the rack that you just make more balls. But I think you'll probably see more balls made up table in the ultimate pool. That's my prediction, at least.
Yeah.
But I also feel like the break is less predictable.
Yeah, I think I share your opinion. I think you're right on the money. I think with the 8 on the spot, if it basically the normal cluster we're used to gets raised higher up table a little bit.
Right.
And I was talking with Kevin Bourne briefly about it outside, about the randomness of trying to make a ball, because we all know what to look for in the standard 8-ball rack, but this new style of breaking 8-ball, it's hard to know what to look for and what to really focus in on. Is it the one in the side? Is it a ball behind the head ball in the side, like a normal 10-ball type of style break? Is there a certain ball you've been looking for at all, or are you pretty much just going random right now, or what's your goal?
Yeah, so like I said, I think it's still pretty random, but I think people might be interested to see how things shake up a little bit differently. I feel like especially when you watch like the pros play on YouTube, and I feel like you'll see it a good deal here, you'll still get balls that go in the side, but a lot of times it might not be the second row ball. It might be the third row ball that gets kissed in,
okay,
or it might be one of the lower balls, and they might come up and kiss off the second row ball, which sometimes you see in 10-ball a little bit more.
Right.
And then other than that, like I said, I think that you're going to see more balls get clustered up table by the corner pockets where you break from.
Right.
I don't think it's a specific ball that comes in, but there's going to be like, 2 or 3 balls up there, and they're going to hit, and you're going to get some random balls that go in.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Have you made any personal goals here on how many racks you'd like to break and run or anything like that, or pretty much just going with the flow?
Yeah, I'm really shooting for 20. I think anything less is going to be a failure. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really sure. As far as like break and runs go, I mean, anything, over 4 to 10 on each, you kind of have to be happy with.
Right.
But it's so few racks, it's such a small sample size that if I come away with 7, I'm not really going to be super surprised or more.
Yeah.
But if I came away with, 2 or 3 just because things don't lay great,
Yeah.
that's understandable. But as far as, table runs, if I don't make a ball on the break, I definitely, would expect those to be over, 6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to see some variance here because you're at the mercy of how the balls break open.
Yeah.
We know you're a great shot and you can run out, but in 8-ball, it's tough. You're pretty much at the mercy of how the balls open up, and then, you have to do some work to keep opening them up. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good time. We're going to have a quick little 5-minute break, and then Alex is going to get started, and we'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys. So we're going to keep score at the bottom. We have Alex in the bottom left. Every time he successfully breaks and runs, he's going to gain a rack. And if he doesn't, the ghost will gain a rack. There will be 10 breaks of each version. So it looks like we are starting with the 8-ball on the spot. As you can tell from how it's racked right there. So rack number 1, here we go. It's going to break and shoot where it lays. So we're going to... Oh, practice break. Ben asking how would I be breaking these? I mean, I would break a couple balls off of center and then adjust from there. If it's successful, I'd stay about where he's about right there. I think that's good. But I really don't know what you're focusing on in this break right here. A bunch of balls went by the side pockets, but they were dry. It looked dry, at least. It looks like they spread very well, though. So I think he's just going to do a couple more practice breaks real quick. And then we'll be good to go, guys. All right, I believe this is the final practice rack here. I just popped out there real quick to grab a soda. I think he's about good to go after this rack here. Any predictions in the chat? So he's going to break a total of 20 racks, 10 of each format. Any predictions, chat? All predictions are welcome. I just read a quick comment in the chat, and it looked like somebody said SVB was breaking from the third ball in. That's pretty interesting. I'd like to see how that looks. I'll be honest, guys. I think this is really going to be all about the break. It's however they spread. You know, we know Alex is a great shot, and we know he plays great patterns. So the running out part, you know, he's really at the mercy of how the balls are going to spread on the break here. We saw a couple practice breaks, and he wasn't making balls on the break, but they were spreading pretty decent, pretty well. So I expect more break and runs with the 8-ball on the spot. And it looks like he's starting with head ball on the spot. He's going to break 10 racks. What is going on here? Okay, here we go. Yeah, one on the spot, or head ball on the spot. And here we go. Break number 1. So this is your traditional 8-ball rack that we're all used to. And look at this spread. This is with the exception of this, which he can handle right now. The balls are beautiful. They lay beautifully. All right, so let's start it out like this, guys, right? He's going to break 10 racks like this with head ball on the spot. How many is he going to break and run? So if he breaks dry or makes a ball, doesn't matter. He shoots where the cue ball lays. If he breaks and scratches, I believe it's cue ball behind the line. So this is a little interesting. He started with stripes. He started with stripes, and this is a issue. You know, I mean, he can break it open. He could break it open with this ball, like now, basically, which he's not going to. But he's got to have a plan. Oh, now he wanted more angle, so now he's going to do it. You use high English, and you come in this way. I mean, maybe he's trying to float over perfect for the short side. I don't think so. I think he just wants to break them open. And that's not going to work, so he's in big trouble now. He would love if this 10 ball banked back at him, but I don't think it does unless you play it like maybe off the 4 ball. But we're going to see some creative shots because unlike normal pool, you know, which your goal is to win, the goal here is to just break and run. So we're going to get to see some real super aggressive flyers that would never make sense to be shot in normal pool, you know. All right, so that was a flyer he had to go for. So Ghost 1, Alex 0. So Dirk says he's anticipating 3 break and runs out of 10 with this break format and 4 with the 8 on the spot. That's pretty close. I mean, I don't know why he didn't start with the combo. I mean, Kevin Guimon's in the chat. Is it not open on the break, Kevin? Because if it's open on the break, I think he's supposed to start with that combo to free open the one problematic stripe he had. And I think he would have done that if he could. So there's probably something in the rules here. Maybe he only made a stripe on the break and he was tied to it. But we're moving on. Ghost 1, Alex 0 so far. Great break here. All right, so let's reset. So we made 1 solid and 1 stripe. 1 of each, so it's got to be open table here. Now, if it's open table, you pretty much like stripes are all in the middle of the table and they all go. The only issue with solids is the 7-1. I mean, it's a pretty good combo, but who wants to shoot a combo when you don't have to? Yikes, little scary there. Oh, so Rob Sloto says he believes it's no dirty combos to start. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense because Alex, I think, would have definitely went after that if he was allowed to. But he's in business here. I don't see much stopping him here. He's going to go 15, 14, 10, 8. And he's making short work of this rack. He's just going to pinch draw a little low left here. He doesn't want too much movement out of the cue ball. Wants to keep his line going from the 10 to the 8. And a little close, but that's okay because he's got the perfect angle. If I was the ghost, I'd say that's good, Alex. But the ghost never concedes. And just like that, 1-1. I'm glad he started with the traditional way of breaking 8-ball with the head ball on the spot. Because that leaves all the random unknown for the back end, which is nice. Alex will be playing. I have a tournament this coming Saturday, Yale Billiards. Full tournament, 64 players. Alex will be there. It's definitely one of the top favorites. Very good player. Jason, that's a great question. I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna Kevin Game on, I make the ghost quit the set. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I didn't see what he made. 2, 4, 6. Looks like 1 solid and 2 stripes. 1 solid, 2 stripes. So he's got an open table. Jason, thanks for liking the stream. And he's going to go with solids here. That 6-3 is the only issue, which I think he's going to address right now. Joe, thanks for liking the stream. Yeah, so he's going to want to pocket this 6 and have the cue ball go into the 9, but you got to be a little careful here. Oh, okay. Don't even go into the 9, just go straight into the 3. Gabe, thanks for liking the stream. So I like his chances to get out here. He's going to go 4, 2, 5, 8. So straight in on the 4, and then you got the 2. You go back and forth for the 5 on the side or the corner. Yeah, he's going to be right about there. And he's going to have options with the 2 ball. Kevin, thanks for liking the stream. They cheated the pocket. Cheated the pocket a little bit there. Now he can draw off this 2 ball instead of having to go back and forth. So he made his life a lot easier on this shot. Chris, thanks for liking the stream. Actually, it looks like he still might be going back and forth. What's he doing? Yeah, he still is going back and forth. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, got a little funny here, but I think he's just going to have to pretty much play a stop shot, take a slight cut on the 8. Yeah. Nothing wrong with this. Will, thanks for liking the stream. I don't even think, yeah, I don't think the cue ball even touches the 9. I'll draw out of it. So just like that, Alex regains the lead. 2-1. So far, Alex looks like he's in form. Looks like he's hitting the ball pretty confidently. And he's just at the mercy of how these balls are going to break open and spread here. So far, they've been spreading pretty good. There hasn't been many clusters, problems to worry about. It's been pretty good so far. But we're only 3 racks in, so not much to go off of yet. All right. This is Alex breaking rack 4 out of 10. Cliff, thanks for liking the stream. Did not hit those very square, but he got great action on a move. And Chris, thanks for liking the stream. Yeah, didn't hit not the squares hit he's had there, but he made a lot of balls. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So he made like 3 balls. And stripe slay is pretty good here. So he's going to go 13. And then he'll probably take care of the 9 next, and then come back out for that 12-14 cluster. Bo, thanks for liking the stream. Oh boy. Oh, he's okay. He's alright. So now he's going to take the 10, draw back, miss that 12. Don, thanks for liking the stream. You don't want to hit this 12 here. Alright, he avoided it. So now we're going to see probably 12, 15, 11, 8. Pretty much stop shot, 11 in the side, 8 in probably the same or the opposite side. Yeah, so he was a little straight, and he wanted to get pretty straight on that 15, so you saw him hit that pretty firm. Force the angle a little bit. He's checking his line on what he wants in the 11 next. But he fell pretty good here. Just draw back a little bit. I draw back too much, but it's okay. He can pretty much use some like low left here and just kind of like drag to like this type of area for the 8. Actually, I don't even know. He can't even hold there. Yeah, he's got to go around. And he better slow down. Okay, he's okay. He got a little, you know, in a little funny situation there, but he should be okay. He's definitely the favorite to make it. And he does. So, just like that, Alex Bausch with 3 breaking runs, and the Ghost with a 1 victory. So, let's see. He's cruising, man. He's cruising so far. It feels like it, at least. I mean, he got in a little trouble there at the end, but, I mean, it's hard to really call it trouble. It just wasn't perfect, that's all. But 8-ball is one of those games where, you know, most of the times it doesn't go how you think it's going to go perfectly, you know, and you have to be able to audible, you know, you have to be able to say, okay, you know, I made a little bit of mistake here, and I'm going to change my pattern, regroup, and that's what the great players do. So Alex with a pretty good start here. He faltered on the very first rack, which was more of because of how the ball's laid rather than him making any mistakes. He had to get a little aggressive. Carrie and Nick, thanks for liking the stream. All right, so looks like you broke dry. So a little bit more traffic on the table this rack compared to the previous 3. Looks like he's going to start with the 4-ball, so he's going to opt to take solids. It looks like the 7-ball next. So what are we going to do here? 7. He's got to address this 1-5 situation down here. He could shoot the 7, and then the 1 next, maybe. Or play for the 5-1 combo next. Has to be addressed soon. Nick, thanks for liking the stream. Okay, so I'm curious now that he's going to go back up table to the 3-ball. I'm very curious that he's leaving this 1-5 area, and he's going to come back to it later. Okay, maybe he just wanted... Okay, no. He's going to shoot the 6 and go into him? No. What is he doing? The 1-ball now? Yeah. Okay, I see. So he just wanted to get rid of that 3-ball and give himself a better look at the 1. Hold him for the 6. I think yeah, he's all right. Now this 2 to the 5. Oh, he's going to go 6-5 too. Oh, yeah. So he's going to roll forward a little bit. Just like that. And now I expect him to take the 5. Now this position's going to be a little tricky. If I'm him, I'm aiming for the 15. I don't know if that's what he's doing too, because like it looks like he's lining up the rail into the 15. But I'm pretty much aiming for the 15 ball. Oh boy. Yeah, you just don't... You wanted to get anywhere but there. So that is not good. So we're going to see either... Remember, it's not normal pool, so you get to be super aggressive here. He's going to either kick behind the 2 and try to kick it in the side if it even goes, or he's going to jump. That's what he's definitely doing with the jump cue in hand. Kind of jump over the 15, into the deuce, into the hole. And cue ball looks like it's going this way a little bit. Oh, no, he's like straight in. All he's got to do is make it, but that's easier said than done when you're this close to the object ball. When you're this close to the ball you're jumping, and the ball that you're jumping is very close to the object ball. Alex Bausch. Oh, he fouled. He must have... Can we replay this? 15 wiggle? Yeah, it did. The 15 wiggled. I seen the ghost. You should have seen how quick the ghost jumped out of the chair and called foul there. It was crazy. That was unfortunate. That was a very tough jump, and I mean, he hit it as good as you could with, still fouling. I mean, that ball just wiggled. But he made a mistake and he'd be the first to tell you, he made a mistake to put himself in that position to jump. He was aiming for 15 ball, I think it was, and he came in on the side of it you don't want to come in on, It happens. So, the ghost really needed that one. Will Cook says, got really good eyes to see that. Yeah. Danielcello says, brutally unlucky on that jump. Yeah. Gabe says, that's what an honest player looks like. Yep, that is true. I don't think I'd ever have to sweat Alex doing something dishonest in a match. Jason, thanks for liking the stream. All right, so monster break here. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Made 2 balls, but they spread very good. For stripes, they spread very good. Oh, I don't know. Overcooked it, so it's okay, though. He's got the 12 in the side. Might even come down and push the 11 to the end rail or something. He's just going to shoot the 11-9 now. Sam, thanks for liking the stream. Okay. He's all right. Wasn't well struck, but it went in. All right, so some left-hand English come back for the 11. So what's his route going to be here? 11, 12, that is. 11, 12 in the side. Then 13 in the corner, 15 in the corner. Oh, a little short. No, he's okay. All right, so how about one? Oh, no, he's going to take the 15 now, which I don't know. Well, yeah, I think he's better off just this way. This, and then the 13, the 15, and then the 13. I don't know. I don't like saving that ball in the corner for last. Let's see what he's going to do here. Yeah, okay, so you want to get way off that rail. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, so he just didn't want to be on, like, this side of the table, left side, he wanted to favor that right side, so he had an angle to cross over for the 8 like that. And finds himself nice and straight in on this 8 ball to take a 4-2 lead. And Alex Bausch getting it done. So out of first six racks so far, he's broken and ran 4 out of 6. And, the very first rack he failed to break and run, and it was mainly because of how the balls clustered up. And then he made that one unforced error 2 racks ago, setting up on the ball before the 8 caused him to foul on the jump shot. I mean, really, that's the only unforced error we've seen him make. He's made 1 mistake out of the first 6 racks, really. So you can't really ask for a better pool. Danielcello in the chat says, strong start for Alex. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a betting man or anything, but if I was, I would be, really hoping for 5 minimum each set, so in case you took the over-under of like over 10, you'd be liking it. I'm not saying I did. I'm just saying if I was a betting man, that's probably where I'd want to be, is I'd be like, please, can he get over 10 one time, please? All right, oh boy. I shouldn't have talked, because we got big troubles over here. Now, that 9 ball is a great ball to slam in the side and go into them all with the cue ball and just shatter them everywhere. But it's not the angle is no good yet. It's not good. And he doesn't have a ball to start with. What's he going to do? Can he back cut the 14 on the side and just... But then you got this to worry about too. Yeah, he's starting with solids, and he's going to have to come up with something. Oh, he could play the 7 in the side. Look at this. He could play the 7 in the side, open these up with the cue ball. And I think he probably... Well, I don't know if he overdrew that. Let's see. Or he can even go in... No. He's got some work to do here. A lot of you might be thinking going into him now, pocket the 3 and go into him, but I don't like it. No good yet. Not yet. That's too aggressive. This ain't bad. Can he slice that 7 in right now? I don't know. It looks pretty thin from here. Man, does that cut? It looks really thin from here. Oh, it did. Okay. 2 ball. 2 balls okay. Okay, he's okay, but that it's a little scary looking. I mean, it's got to go somewhere. And if it doesn't, he's got maybe some options to break it open. He doesn't look worried about it. I don't see him laughing or anything, so it probably goes in the right side pocket. Oh, it didn't, so he had to manufacture it. And that could have came out a little better, to be honest with you. I mean, he did his job, but that 9 ball is it's a real headache for this 8 ball. It blocks the top corner. It makes it very hard to get position on the bottom left corner. So you go 5, 2, 3, 8. The 3 is a great setup ball for the 8 in the bottom left corner. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to roll this 2 in. His cue ball is going to come up. He's going to play to about this type of circle right here. Because watch what this is going to open up to. Oh, slow down. Now, the reason he did that is so now he can have a perfect line, bringing him right into the perfect line for the 8. You see how once he's going to come off this top short rail and go headed right towards the 8 ball. Just like that. And he could have got greedy. He's so confident and comfortable with this 8 ball shot that he made sure he had a good look at it. You know, he could have got greedy and gotten like over here, but there's no need to because you bring the 9 into play. You make sure you have a good look on the 8, and that's it. And that's exactly what he did. And he gets out again, and now he has broken and ran 5 out of 7 racks. So 3 racks to go. Ghost is in trouble. I want to double up the bet, Ghost. Elise, thanks for liking the stream. So guys, we are in the middle of the first section here of breaking 10 times with the head ball on the spot. Up next, we'll be breaking 10 times with the 8 ball on the spot. We will take a brief, quick little 5 minutes break in between. At the conclusion of the pool tonight, Alex is going to come in and talk about his experience and what he thought about breaking with the head ball on the spot versus the 8 ball on the spot. So don't just turn it off when he's done. Stick around for the interview. Pretty good looking break there. A little bit of headache here with the 310. 10 goes on the side, but if you take solids, you don't love the 3 ball. All right, so he doesn't care because he's going to take stripes. And the 10 does go on the side, it looks like. He'd love that to go in. He really wants that to go in. Okay, that's all right. Can save it for last. Yeah, I like this. I like taking the 10 now. You got good on it. It's your only headache. You really got to solve it. And he takes care of it. Now that 13's a good insurance ball. Now he's probably going to come back down table. I mean, he could play the 15-9 combo or the 14. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind him shooting the 13 and then this ball, and he could come over here. I mean, he could just shoot that right now. He's got to worry about this 15 ball. I mean, that's really his only last problem. Yeah, I don't like shooting it now. So what's he going to do? Is he going to play this 15 on the side next? That's what he's looking at. So you just draw off the 9 a little. You don't have to move the cue ball too much. Oh boy. Yeah, you got a little squirrely there. And that's pretty big error because, you know, he was cruising. And he ain't cruising anymore. This just got real funny real fast. Now, if he makes this, he should be okay. Great shot there. Made that one look easy. And he's got a good look at that 13. The 8 goes in the left side pocket. Gonna take a quick look at it. Yep. So let's see. Is he going to draw out of this 13, or is he going to cheat the pocket and use the bottom short rail? Curious. I think he's going to draw. I mean, he could draw and use the left long rail, too. Oh, just all draw. Good shot. Overcooked it a little bit, but he's okay. Draw out of the 7 and the scratch. Yep, just like that. So, Alex Bausch. What is that now? Is that 5 or 6? I think scorekeeper is going to go to 6. Yep, 6. So that's 6 break and runs versus 2 failures to break and run. So the Ghost ain't liking it too much right now, let me tell you. But we still got 2 racks to go. So, predictions in the beginning were pretty low. Those were rookie numbers. You guys got to pump up those numbers. Because I saw some like 8s and 9s and stuff like that. And the way this is going, he might have 8 by the time he gets out of the first set. If you have any interest in playing Alex Bausch, a action match here on the Make a Score Tour, let me know. He is not opposed to giving up spots. He just really likes to play and beat people. Ben Barker, yeah. Yeah. It's all right, Ben. Most of the comments I thought were low, but you know, it's all about the break, you know. I mean, like, look at this break. This is a tough one, and most of them have not been this tough. Let's see if he gets out of this one, because I mean, there's a lot of traffic right here of both suits. This is your headache area over here, this rack. So we're gonna have to see a very, very intelligent out here. This is not going to be easy. Now he's looking to see, does that 15 go? I think it does. He would love for that 15 to go, because if he gets good on the 11, he could put the 11 in the side and roll forward with the cue ball for the 15 in the bottom right. That would really help. Amy, thanks for liking the stream. Ben, I'm inclined to agree with you. You know, breaking only 10 racks of each, there's high variance. You know, we were joking earlier about, you know, the balls could like cluster up real bad and he could like break and run next to 0 and look like a lemon. You know, obviously that's not happening, but there is a lot of variance in breaking 7-foot 8 ball. You know, you can break good and look like a world beater, and you can break bad and look terrible. Oh boy, oh boy. So he did get good on that 11 in the side for the 15 in the bottom right here. He bumped it, and He's going to have to swing at it here. Looks like he made it. Great shot. So he got a little fortunate to bump the 15 and come out with a good look. You know, not super lucky, but, you know, got to get a little fortunate there. But he took what he had to work with, and he did make a great shot, you know. It was pretty steep, and he cut it in and kept control of the cue ball very well. And now he's right in line. You roll this one in, come back to where the cue ball is now. For a similar line. Oh, he overrolled that one. So, similar to the, like the fourth, fifth, sixth rack in that he failed. Got a little squirrely on the ball before the 8. Great recovery there. Perfect. Oh, that was sweet. And that's like ball and hand shape right there. Just like that, Alex Bausch, 7-2, going into the final rack. I gotta like make a little. Need to like make a little graphic here or something. What is this? Okay, that'll probably work. First set. Breaking around. Yeah, we'll come back to that after we get. Oh, why didn't it save it? All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so going into the final rack here. So Alex is either going to have an 8-2 advantage here, or what, 7-3 at worst. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So at worst, he's looking at 70% break and run. At best, 80%. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. All right, final rack here. Pretty good spread, makes 2 balls. And we got a little, similar to how we started. Where is my drawing tool? All right. Similar to the very first rack, we've got problems. We got trouble in paradise over here. Now, you don't need a dirty combo here because you got a stripe and a solid. So he just gently goes off the 9 to make a legal hit there. And now we're cooking. So stripes. He's gonna draw back for what, the 12 ball next, it looks like, in the bottom left corner. Gonna draw around the 3 ball. Good shot there. 15. Where do you go, Mr. 15 ball? Yeah, I don't know. If that 15 goes to the corner there, it might. We're going to find out on this next shot. Oh, he's trying to open it up, I think. Yeah, look at that sweet shot. So now we're going to see him shoot the 15. And I'd like to see him consciously bump that 8 to the rail. Like, away from the 6 ball. You don't want to beat the... See, I think he didn't think about that enough. He's okay, but, you know, had that 8 went to, like, right here, you know, you're kind of giving yourself some big problems. I would have liked to have seen him bump the 8 out to, like, here to make sure you clear the 6. He's okay, but, yeah, I mean, now we're getting a little squirrely here. Now, imagine if this 8 ball was right here right now. I think you'd like it a little bit more. So what can he do here? Is he going to have to try to force this and come out to like here, or what's he going to do? Great shot there. He hit that pretty sweet. He got the most out of that. He didn't really slam it, but he really maximized the angle. Okay. And just like that, as long as it don't go over. Yep. All right, so first 10 racks down, and Alex successfully breaks and runs 8 out of 10 for an 80% clip. Pretty strong. All right, let's see if we can. Where can I put this thing? Way too big to. I could put it like right here. That looks okay. First set break and run 8 to 2. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but it's just for now. All right, guys, give me a quick little 5 minutes. Alex will take a quick breather. I'm going to take a quick breather. I'll see you in 5 minutes, and we're going to do this again. 10 racks with the 8 ball on the spot. We'll be back in 5. All right, guys, I think we're about good to go. We're going to start the second set here. Let's reset the scorekeep here. Got to start all over. All right, so back to double zeros. For the second leg of this break and run experiment, I guess we'll call it. All right, so interesting start here. Big cluster. Alex does not want to see a lot of breaks like this. He does not want to start like this, but he does have maybe the 2 off the 14 on the side. He's got to worry about that 10 ball. He could perhaps touch the 10 and still pocket the 2 off the 14, but this is gonna be a tough rack. He might try to do something now. And he gotta get rid of this 5 ball, I think. If he gets rid of this 5, then the 3 ball, I think, will have a pocket, and that will break open the 6. He could even maybe pocket the 5 and draw into him right now, but I think he's okay. But I don't know. Yeah, actually, I think the draw was the shot there because he didn't really have a next. If he didn't draw into him, he didn't really have a way to get a shot next. And as we just saw, it was a great way to open them all up because now they all go. Does the 1 pass the 8? I think it does. It's close. Man, I cannot draw a straight line tonight. Try that again. Yeah. Line drawing, not sharp tonight. But it looks like, yeah, it does go because he's going to take that now. So I think we're going to see him play 2 ball next. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, this is okay. Shoot the 4. 4 there. Have the cue ball come around. Right to about where his hand is would be great. Yep, pretty go. Slow down. I think he can just roll this in and hold for the 6. Slow roll. Good shot. Alex with a impressive first rack break and run here. That was not an easy one. And Alex, off to a great start. He's broken and ran 9 out of 11. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. You can't see on camera, but up here in the seating, there's a bunch of people watching. So it looks like somebody's talking to him about something right now. It's got a lot of good support out there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's been a lot of clapping going on when he makes a good out. I turned on the background mic a little bit for you guys just so you could hear the noises of the break and the balls being pocketed. Daniel says 9 out of 11 is like a B minus in school. Come on, Alex. I mean, I don't know. 9 out of 11? I think that might be like solid A status. Sydney, thanks for liking the stream. 9 out of 11? I mean, pretty strong. All right, so I think he's breaking a little bit wider. That, or maybe it was just his cue ball placement this one time. So he broke dry, but they spread very nice. I think we're going to see solids here. At 14, the green stripe is terrible for stripes. So you start with the 3 ball with solids. You save the 1 for last. And let's see how he's going to go about this here. Does that 4 ball go in the bottom right? Yeah, it does. But he's got more issues upstairs. 82%, 9 out of 11, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely B status, percentage-wise. You would be right about that one, Mr. Usello. All right, so is he going to go after the 5 now? Bump the 14? Yep. Boom. Open that wide open. And now he's looking good. So now you go 5, 4, 1, 8. 5, 4, 1, 8. Get to about center table here. Yep, great shot. Stop shot here. Roll up on this one. And nice little 8 ball in the corner here. And Alex is he's on a tear here. He's at 10 out of 12. Can we get a math adjustment, please, Mr. Sellout? Can we get real-time math adjusting? What's the yellow? Is that the towel that the ghost is throwing in? The ghost is throwing in the yellow towel? He's waving the yellow flag. .3%. All right. 3 breaks and runs the next 5 in a row. We'll be in that 90th percentile sooner or later. All right. So 2 out of 10 racks been broken so far with the 8 on the spot. Which is broken around both of them. First set with the head ball on the spot, he broken around 8 out of 10 for a smooth 80%. Dry again, I think. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yep. Dry again. So he definitely does not want to keep breaking dry. He's in trouble this rack. This is no good. This is no good. This is not terrible, but a little problematic. What's he got to start with is the question. What's he looking at? The 11? Where's the cue ball going? Gonna free up the 8 ball? No. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bust out the creativity now. Oh, he shot the stripe. That's right. Yeah, he's stripes. I was thinking he was solids. No, he's okay. He's got the 12. Man, if he gets out from here, he deserves an award. Yeah, he had big trouble there. He got out of line. The balls didn't lay good. I mean, that was just... He might have gotten fortunate missing that ball like that and saved some energy, because that rack was just... has so many issues. It's going to be tough. You know, playing a format like this when you play the Ghost, it can be dangerous, you know, because you put in so much effort to do good, and it's so easy to miss a ball or to make a mistake or to stitch yourself. And it can like slide against you real quick, you know, because the effort it takes to win a rack far exceeds the effort it takes to lose a rack, you know. So it's really like a mental focus thing when you're playing the Ghost. You just have to, you really can't lose focus even for a second. Oh yeah, so score keeps slacking on the Ghost out there. I could probably help him out here. All right, so the Ghost striking back. The Ghost has not won a rack in a while, so he was due to win a rack. Now Alex is looking at, so it looks like you moved the cue ball in more. Still trying to find the sweet spot. Now the scratch is okay. I believe he gets ball in hand behind the line. So no big deal. The balls lay pretty good for stripes. I don't know about solids with that 2 ball. I think he's going to have to take stripes. Can he shoot in the kitchen? I don't know. He's got a shoot down table or not. I mean, if he did, he could just start with the 14. It's right over the line. He could shoot the 14 on the side if he had to or something. But it appears he doesn't have to shoot out of the kitchen. So should be good here. I mean, it's easy to say that sitting in the chair, but they lay pretty good. You know, it's a lot of that is what Alex has shown us so far too. He's been hitting his spots. You know, he's made a couple minor mistakes here or there. He's human, but he's been very sharp. His pattern play has been very good. His cue ball's been very good, and that will carry you a long way in 8-ball. It's all, in my opinion, it's all about the pattern play in 8-ball. You know, I mean, you have to be a great player and everything to play at a high level, but the really good players, if you watch their patterns, like they're so clever with the way they run these racks out and solve problems breaking up balls. So what's he gonna do? 13, 11, 12. No, he's gonna probably just take the 12 now. I think he wanted to come out more for the 11, but he could take it. But the cue ball's a little random if you take the 11 now. But playing position on the 11's no guarantee either, so I probably take the 11 here. The problem is you don't want to run into the 5 and get stuck behind the 1 or scratch in the corner. Or miss the 11, that could happen too. Yeah, I think Alex can be a little frustrated about that one. And look at this. The ghost says, I'm not done yet. 2-2. So everybody said that it would be easier to break and run in the ultimate pool format, which is what we're looking at right now. And right now, Alex would have to break and run the next 6 in a row just to tie the first set when he went 8-2. So, myth busted. Because, you know, he's got to play perfect from here just to tie his first set results that people said were not going to be as good as the second set. So, we'll see. Yeah, Pete. He was talking about, was he allowed to shoot in the kitchen with those rules? He's better off scratching on the break. Yeah, I would agree. Like, if I could purposely, I thought about it last night, and I was like, if I was Alex, I would probably like jack up a little and fly the cue ball off the table every rack, like shatter him like half ball, and let the cue ball just go flying off the table. Now it sounds good in theory, but you might end up with some bigger clusters. But you do start with ball in hand, so I don't know if it would be worth it or not. It's just something I thought of. So he's got another decent-sized cluster here around this left side pocket. Somebody's talking to him about something. Or he's got a question about dirty combos, or if it's open, is he allowed to, or some sort of question going on. Jill, you left sour gummy bears in the office? That was a mistake. That was a big mistake, Bill. I'll watch over him for a small fee. Nick says he thinks that Alex gets more money for true break and runs. I don't know. I thought it was all the same, but I could be mistaken. All right, so Alex running out stripes here. The 13 is his only issue, and I think he's going to draw up by the 6 ball now, or he's going to, yeah. Yep, good shot. So now he's going to go 13, 14, that 11 ball. 11 ball, he may be able to shoot right now. I think he should. The question is, what's the cue ball going to do? You'd like to just roll this in and use the 5 to keep you below the 9 here. I don't know if he can, though. He might have to shoot the 14 and try to get a little bit better on the 11. That's what he tried to do. He got about the same. But it's pretty much the same shot. I think he can softly roll the 11 in and use the 5 to stop the cue ball. He could use like some inside English. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. It looks like the 5 stops him, but it does force the cue ball to the left, which is okay. Yeah, I don't like the 9. I think you have to shoot the 11 now. I mean, you don't have to, but I think you're better off shooting the 11 right now. Just use some inside English and roll it in. Oh, what did he use there? Low right? Or maybe all draw? He got a little out of line here. I think he's gonna have to bank this 9. I mean, I think he can cut it, but I think the percentages are better off with the bank. It's close. These are really tough to see on camera, you know. It looks like he's got to bank it, but he might be able to slice it in. Yeah, he did go after. He overcut it too. Wow. For such a thin cut to overcut that one. And the ghost is going to 3. I think the score keeps... There we go. The Ghost with the first lead since 1-0 in the first set. No, Sydney, there's no overhead on the 7-foot diamond. There is technically an overhead, but the way we stream it from the office, I don't have access to both cameras. I only have access to one. And Kevin Guimond says, myth not busted, stroke busted. Yeah. Yep. So he's got his hands full here. He's down 3-2 halfway through this set. Alex does have incentives here. We'll talk about it in the post game interview. He gets X amount for breaking runs, and it's more on a package, and so this isn't for funsies. He's trying to make a score out there. This is the Make a Score tour. If we're live and you're watching, somebody somewhere is trying to make a score. I promise you. This is not for funsies. All right. Yeah, Kevin Guimond says, went on a good run out of 11. Hard to maintain, but great shooting. Yeah, I'll tell you, short sample size so far, but in this ultimate pool style, he's been getting a lot of clusters, like here or here. Like around the side pockets, he's been getting pretty big clusters. This time it's like right there. And we talked about it earlier, how normally your rack and cluster is around here. And the farther up you rack the balls, the farther up the cluster should naturally be, type of thing, you know what I mean? And we're kind of seeing it so far, but high variance, short sample size. So he picked solids, and he's going to break open the 3 right now. He could shoot the 2-3 combo right now if he wants. I mean, you never really want to shoot... Oh, actually, I don't know. That 3 ball I don't think goes... 2 ball goes in the bottom right corner. Kevin says, is this challenge available? It's a good question. I don't know. Talk to Pete Brown. Maybe we could put something together. Gabe asking, does he have to hit the head ball? So in Ultimate Pool, you do not have to hit the head ball, to the best of my knowledge. I saw somebody in the chat earlier said SVB was breaking and hitting not the second ball, but the third ball. We all know about the second ball breaking 8 ball. Apparently SVB was hitting the third ball. So you don't have to hit the head ball, as far as I know. Dirk Ridley says, overhitting the break. Balls are going to the rails and back into the clusters. I'll have to keep my eyes on that next time. But we do see that in many games. Look at that shot. Get a replay of that one real quick. Back cuts the 2 ball and uses the cue ball to free the 1 ball. And came out with a great look at the 1. Now, what can he do with the 3 ball here? It doesn't appear to go on the side. You know, he could come out to like here. He could pocket the 1 and come out to here and leave perhaps a bank on the 3. Oh, the 3 goes past the 9 in the corner. Oh, maybe it goes on the side. Maybe, oh boy, trouble in paradise. So good luck on this one, because we know it doesn't go on the side. Is this hit and hope? Oh! No way. No way. We gotta look at this one again. Off the point? Wow. Just like he drew it up. Just like he drew it up. So Kevin Guimond says, so the rack being up, no need to crush them. So it sounds like Kevin Guimond saying more medium speed, controlled type of break. you know, this ultimate pool style of racking and breaking is new. And we've seen 1,000,001 different types of breaking and racking formats through the years. And it's pretty much the same every time, which is it takes players 3 months to 3 years to figure out, and they figure it out. It takes time, but they figure it out. And I think that's what's going on right now with the ultimate pool rack and break, is people are still figuring it out. Kevin Guimont says he makes 2 to 4 with this rack at half speed. Is that with a template, Kevin, or is that with a wood/practice, a wood/plastic rack? It doesn't matter either way. I'm just curious. Because 2 to 4, I mean, that's pretty strong. It's going to make your break and run go like through the roof. Your break and run percentage, if you can get 2 to 4 off the table every time. Regular rack, okay. Yes, that's what Alex is using too. Regular hand rack. So maybe he would be better off taking a little speed off. But that's why we're doing this experiment. We wanna find out and figure this thing out. So successful break there. 2 balls down. Great spread. 7 ball might be a slight issue. That's what he's looking at now. I don't think it passes. And so I think he's pretty much locked into stripes here based on the 7 ball not going. I think you take stripes. And he's double checking. Okay, he's taking solids, it looks like. So let's see, what's he gonna go? 4. Is he gonna save the 3 for last? And go 4, 4-1, 4-2, 4-2, 1-5, 3-8, 2-1. I don't know. He's on 2-1, 2-1, 5-3-8. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So he's going to want to come down table a little for the 5 in the top left corner next. I got away from him a little bit, but he's okay. He wanted to be straight. He wanted to be straight in or an angle where the cue ball goes to the left. It appears that he's got a slight angle with the cue ball going to the right off of the 5 ball, but he can just use follow and go into the 14 to contain the cue ball. Just like that. And that's going to leave him with a stun forward for the 8 in the right side pocket, or just roll forward. I like to watch what players do here, if they stun or roll. He chose stun, which you see the pros do. They don't like to roll the ball. Opens up the door for the table to roll off and cheat you. The stun is a tougher shot to shoot. It's a kind of a unique shot where you kind of punch the ball a little bit above center. A very useful shot. So that's going to bring us to 3-3. 6 racks deep out of 10 here. So tallying them both up, Alex has ran 11 and failed on 5. So 11 out of 16 success rate. 11 out of 16, it's about 67%, pretty close to it. Pretty strong. All right, Alex to break. He's been breaking better lately than the first couple racks of this break, of this set at least. Those don't look like they were racked that great. The bottom left side really didn't come apart very well, but they didn't spread too bad. A little bit of congestion down table, but nothing crazy. Yeah, he's stuck with stripes here, whether he likes it or not. That 6 ball's in a brutal spot. So, stripes it is. Looks like the 9 next. He needs to address this, what is this, the 12 ball down table, because it blocks the 11. He wanted the 12 next, and he overrolled it, but it's okay, because he can use the 14 to give himself another chance at the 12. What's he looking at? Okay. Not in love with that. Not in love with that. I don't know if he meant to go through there. I mean, he's got plenty of options. He could figure this out, but I don't know about that one. Yeah, now he's in trouble. Well, no, he fell good on the 12 here. Now he can use the 12 to break open the 11. But this is getting out of his hands here, you know. He's playing with fire. And he's okay. I think he can back cut the 11 in the side. But once again here, this cue ball is going to be a little sketchy. He's going to try to use the 3 as a stopper. Maybe load this up with like left hand inside English. And you could go off the 3, use the rail. Alright, he's okay. See, playing with fire, but he's okay. Tough shot here, but he came out with a look. That's all he wanted. It's not a bad look. He can use the 6 ball too to stop the cue ball, so it doesn't take off on him. Oh, a little overcutski. A little overcutski there. So is that score right? Was it gonna be 4-4? Yep, 4-4. Wait a minute, wasn't it just 11 out of 16? Now it's, what, 12 out of... I don't know. What are they doing out there with this scorekeeper? Is that right, chat? Let me look on my phone here. Okay. After a thorough investigation, it does appear the 4-4 is correct. So 2 racks left. What do we got? Slow to pop. Iowa Open SPB. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. I think he was saying what somebody else said earlier about 3rd ball break. All right. So, pretty good break there. The 10-8 is a little screwed up. He can use the 11 to break open the 10, so no big deal. I think stripes is the better play here at 2 balls in a bad spot. But he's looking at what is he going to shoot after the 9. He's got a starting shot, but he might try to push that 13 to the right corner. No shot. Well, yeah, he could still make it, I think. He might be able to see the edge. He needs to get down table, though. He's got to miss that 3 ball and try to crisscross. Nick, thanks for following the page. Let's see here. So you can try to crisscross and miss the 3 on the side. Oh boy. Alright, well he's got the 14. So far, Ultimate Pool has been a lot tougher with how the balls have been spreading and breaking. Which we expected the opposite. So it looks like he's going to play the carom on the 11. Oh boy. And now he's hooked. Now he's. Can he cut the 10 in the side? Does this 10 cut in the side? We get to see ultra aggressive shots here. Based on the format, it's break and run or nothing. So you get to shoot flyers, which are. I love shooting flyers. Who doesn't love a good flyer? Oh, great shot. And he held for the 14. Take another look at that one. This is super tough. And I mean, he hit it as good as you could ask for. And he's had his hands full trying to come out with a look on the 14, but he got one. Don't have to make it. This is super tough. Made it. Oh, watch out, 3-ball. Watch out, 3-ball. Look at this guy. What a great recovery that was. And Alex with another break and run. It's 5 out of 9 as we head into the final rack here. Daniel Salo, why? If you alternate the racks, what difference does it make? Just curious. If you alternate them or you don't. I mean, as long as you're keeping track of the results in either one, I don't see why alternating them would really make a difference, personally. All right, final rack. Boy, he really hit those with a lot of authority. Cue ball had a lot of pop. And those spread open real good. I mean, you can pick solids or stripes. He doesn't have a great starting shot at either one. Wow, that is interesting. Look at this. He doesn't have a great starting shot at either suit. I mean, this is not, it's not a terribly hard shot, but it's not what you want to start with. So Ben Parker says, I kind of like that idea. You don't get super comfortable at one type with a constant swap. But that is no good for collecting data. That'd be like telling a guy play 9-ball in one pocket and swap racks, and we're going to track the data. Like, that's going to skew your results, in my opinion. It's going to alter the data compared to a guy just playing one format over and over where you can really lock in and get used to it. Oh boy, watch out, Whitey. He's all right. So what are we gonna see here? This out is not over yet. He wants to get there. Play some low right. Even if he hits the 14, he's okay, because he could have come out with a look of the 5. He overcooked that one. And he might be in trouble now. I don't know. Does the 5-ball bank? I don't think it does. Actually, yeah, it looks like it does. Why not? Thread the needle one time. I don't know. You got to kind of curve around that 8. Oh, off the 10. I think he was trying to play it. Okay, so that concludes the second set. So first set results, 8 break and runs, 2 for the Ghost. Second set results, 5 and 5. Excuse me real quick. I'm going to go get Alex, bring him in the booth. We'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere.
straight into the, and I would almost make consistently the wing.
Yeah, I mean, I
Like
don't
the
know.
corner. So like.
Yeah, but I wasn't even having that much trouble making balls. It's just that, I mean, everything was
Yeah.
getting clustered.
And the cue ball kept coming back, and I think you might be able to hold it.
You want to come in and talk about it real quick?
Yeah. Should have try one break.
Experiment.
I think like if you break from the corner here, I think you can control the cue ball a little bit better, and you'll most likely bring the corners into the corner. I was doing it more consistent on the now. I mean, it could be completely different on the
I
time.
think the spread's going to be different. I think the pack's going to stay intact more, but we'll see. Wide open.
I mean,
it keeps them from the center.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean,
You take traveler's checks. Come on, I got you.
All right, guys, we got Alex in the booth with us here. So, Alex, nice playing. What did you think about it?
So like I said, yeah, I mean, it was going to be a high variance thing. I mean, I think in the first set, I mean, I think I was hitting the break pretty good and getting mostly open layouts. I feel like the only times I missed, I think it was one dry break where
The first rack where they clustered up.
yeah, with the two balls up table, like where the
top right.
Yeah, like where the 12 and 1 are right now, and I nipped it and it settled back.
Clarify something for us real quick. So we're assuming that no dirty combos were allowed.
Correct.
Okay, because you could have addressed the problem first shot and you didn't.
Correct.
So okay.
Yeah, so there were no dirty combos, but I did play like a 10 follow through the 2 to keep stripes in this set because that's allowed.
Right.
But yeah, so and you can also, like, I played in the top left. I nibbled off a 12 into a solid, which made a stripe. That's not a dirty combo.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of, you know, that's the ultimate pool. You know, it gets a little bit funky.
Right.
But it doesn't really affect that much. It's once in a while. Once every 10 racks, it affects the dirty combo like it did the first rack of the first set.
So the general census among people was that you were going to have better results with the ultimate pool style of racking and breaking.
Right.
We saw with the traditional rack and break, you have an 80% run out rate, 8 versus 2.
Right.
And with the ultimate pool style, it was 5 and 5, 50%. So contrary to what most people thought, in this small variance setting, it was tougher with the ultimate pool. What do you think? What do you think that is? Do you think it's the racking, the breaking? Like, what do you think? It's just high variance in this one set? What do you think it is?
Yeah, so I definitely think it's probably more high variance than anything, because I still kind of believe that Ultimate Pool probably is a more offensive break and rule set.
Right.
Either way, as far as this specific set went, I think it definitely came down to the breaking in that you saw me moving the cue ball around, and that I couldn't get a good spread or a consistent ball up the break, I didn't feel like. I feel like only once or twice did I make a ball all the way up.
Yeah.
Things would more often just cluster up in one side or the other.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to the chat was by the side pockets especially, it seemed like there'd be like 4 to 6 balls that were tying up and giving you headaches. But
so it's tough to say. Maybe if I get another, half hour on the table or something, maybe it changes. Maybe it doesn't. Pete was saying, he sees some guys like break from the side and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the break on the side on some tables, but the way I was seeing the rack, it was kind of, here and there in terms of getting it to sit. So I was just trying to hit it and get some power into it.
Right.
I feared if I went to one side or the other that I'm going to get even more side-to-side clusters.
Right.
Because generally, like in 10 ball and 8 ball, in a typical head ball in the spot, break format, if you break from the side, you're generally going to get all the balls coming to one side or another.
Right.
And the fact that I was already seeing that from the head ball, I was like, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe it was the answer. Maybe it wasn't. But either way, that's just the way it went. And then as far as, not getting out, I just think there was just a couple, tricky situations. I hit one ball really bad, the 15 into the bottom right. That ball, it was just a tough, slow roll shot, and I kind of dogged it. But other than that, I think it was just a couple little things where it's like, how are you supposed to get out anyway?
Yeah.
Because even a couple times I had hero outs.
Yeah. Yeah. How about that?
The kicking, the
three ball or something on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was super lucky.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was funny. Gabe was asking, have you ever practiced the ultimate pool break, or was this your first experience with it?
I have practiced it, but only for like a few minutes at a time before. I played in a couple of the Ultimate Pool New England tournaments. Ultimate Pool New England sponsoring the event here today, so thanks to them for putting this on. So I played in a couple of their tournaments, and I did feel like one of the things I noticed was breaking further from the side did help. Like, I didn't want to break from dead center.
Yeah.
But as soon as I was breaking, like, almost in line with the corner pocket, like you saw, it was just getting those side pocket clusters, and I felt like, I wanted to avoid those. So maybe it was more I found the break on the valley, and on the diamond it's not quite there.
Right.
But I don't know.
Kevin Guimond was in the chat saying if you take a little speed off, he thinks the ultimate pool will spread better.
Okay.
Something worth trying out, experimenting with. We had some people in the chat also talking about alternate breaks, not breaking head ball. Somebody, I think it was Rob Salota, had commented that SVB was breaking third ball. Not second ball, but third ball. I'd like to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I've done it a little bit on the head ball in the spot, and it usually comes out kind of okay.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like, a typical second ball break a lot of the time.
Yep.
And if you're a mover, I think it's illegal in APA, but like if you're playing like a BCA tournament where it might be allowed, I don't know.
Yep.
If you're a good mover and you don't feel like breaking second ball for some reason, breaking third ball, I mean, it's a fun random thing. I guess.
Something to try out.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got an opinion. We saw Pete Brown was talking about breaking from like the wing and 9-ball.
Right.
That we saw you try once. I think players are still trying to figure out how to beat this ultimate pool break. We see from time to time a new league or a new tour or something come along. Matchroom recently did it with 9-ball, changing to the cut break. We see it takes a little while for players to figure out how to beat it, but as time goes on, we're gonna figure out this ultimate pool break. Somebody's gonna figure out how to break it.
Yeah, I think one of the big differences too is when you watch these pro Matchroom 9-ball tournaments, it's all template rack.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it has the added variable of the wood rack, which this table racks pretty well.
Right.
Most tables here at rack pretty well. But what you have to remember is when you watch the Ultimate Pool events, they're a brand new table that just got refelted.
Yeah.
So that can change stuff up a lot. Like I see Justin Bergman likes to break second ball in this format a lot.
Right.
Because he's barely tapping it with
just,
with his playing cue, and
they're
flying.
just exploding.
Yeah, they're flying all over the table. Whereas here or on the Valley, you couldn't really do that. Not because the tables don't play great, because they do. It's just that it's not a brand new, right off the mechanic table.
Right.
It's very different.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. People forget about all these pro tournaments. It's always brand new cloth.
Right.
Which is, after the break, it's a world of difference. I mean, it's almost like a totally different game. I mean, like.
Yeah, and when you see the Ultimate Pool, they're not playing on a diamond; they're playing on the Brunswick.
Yeah.
So it plays more like a valley than anything.
Right.
So if you watch, guys off the break, they're hitting the second diamond, like where the 6-ball is on the break, and it's going to slide into the pocket.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So just different formats, and like you guys said, it's about finding the break. Do I have to take something off? Should I break from the side, like Pete said?
Right.
I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight, but it would be interesting to try out a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Alex, you played great, and we definitely got some data to look at for the comparison of the breaks tonight. So thanks to Ultimate Pool for sponsoring this event, and Pete Brown, the owner of Racks here. Thank you, Alex, for playing. You played great. Thanks to all the spectators for watching, And this is Lance with the Make a Score Tour, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.